over here, we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame. We see price action broke that $100K psychological level, and the next support area would be 92.5K. Just looking at the overall picture, we see that price has been trading sideways for the past 2 months. Upside resistance would be 107K. And looking at the MACD also, we see bearish crossover over here. And ever since we had a bearish crossover, we do tend to see the price just move sideways or slowly drift higher in this case, but ultimately leading to just sideways movement. RSI tells us that this 42 mark level where it's sitting at right now could act as potential support areas, as it did back in October and back in December over here. So expect prices to stabilize around these levels. If you're going to short to the downside, you would definitely need to see a break below the 90K and close below it. You got to watch out for these kind of wicks over here where it just whipsaws, takes out all the short sellers, and then goes right back to the upside. In terms of the weekly time frame, we see that the MACD is about to turn bearish. If it does turn bearish, again, we would see like some type of sideways action like we did over here back in April, where like resistance was around 70K and support was around 55K. So in terms of what we see now, watch out for the 92.5K. Also, something similar to what happened in April, we got to watch out for is the RSI. Over here, we saw that the RSI made a nice high above the 70 mark level, which gives momentum to the upside, and it got rejected. Ultimately, got rejected in June, which caused even more downside and sideways action. Looking at the present, we see the same thing happening right now. RSI went well above 70 back in December, and ever since it drifted back a little bit lower to the and moved sideways, we see rejection at the 70 mark level. Let's switch over to Solana. Solana, again, we are sitting around that $200 psychological level, similar to Bitcoin's 100K. If we manage to hold above this level, definitely look for 230 and 220 as the next support area. If we were to trade below it and close below it, we would definitely see our next support around that 176. Looking at the MACD, we do see a bearish crossover, and anytime we do see a bearish crossover, we could expect to see like a slow downtrend shift. Going over to Tesla. Tesla reported earnings on Thursday. In terms of price action, it's just a big mess. We did see that big sell-off in the morning on earnings, and then slowly drifted up all the way up until I believe close to 420 on Friday, right? Before that whole Trump news came out about the tariffs, and price action just swung right back down. So on the daily time frame, I would watch around the 385 to act as support. Upside resistance would be 435. One thing to keep in mind also is the MACD is now going to cross below the center line. If anytime the MACD goes to the downside, we could tend to see a few more days or even a stronger downside push like we did over here back in August. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and share.